Good morning, everyone. Today we'll be looking at one more topic, all pair shortest path. All pair shortest path means already we have seen in the Dijkstra algorithm. That is, we are interested to find out the distance between each and every vertex, shortest path between each and every vertex in the graph. Okay, whether it is like first we'll check whether they are connected or not, and we'll see uh, like from vertex 1, if there are 5 nodes, what is the shortest between one and all other nodes. So for that we'll be using one algorithm, Floyd's algorithm, to check shortest path between various the vertices present in the graph. So if this is the graph, our task is to find out each and every distance between their vertices, among the vertices. If I take what is the shortest path from one, if the question is like that, you have to write down the distance between 1 to 2, 1 to 4, and 1 to 3. Okay, shortest distance. Or from 2, from all vertices, we have to find out. And in Dijkstra, we used undirected graph. Here we'll be using, here it is for directed graph. So there, obviously, a lot of changes will be there when we talk about directed graph. Okay, we can just 1 to 4 direction is there, 4 to 1, you cannot come back. If you want to come to 1 from 4, you have to take the path of 3 to 1. Okay, it is like that. Is it clear? If I want to go to 1 from 4, you have to go in this way. So, and you have to, that too, you have to take the shortest path. Is it clear? If it is 2 to 4, see 2 to 4, there is a direct edge which will cost 4, and you can also grow from 1 to 4. So whichever is shortest, that you have to select. So that is the algorithm task, all pair shortest path using Floyd algorithm. See, these things are very important. If you listen and understand it one time, you will completely understand. Don't try to read it from the textbook or any other sources. It will be a lot confusing and it will consume a lot of your time. So listen carefully. Very pretty simple algorithm. Only thing is lot of steps are involved. And if you understand one vertex, if you understand the logic, same will be repeated for all other vertices. Okay, and it is yeah, until you understand, it looks complicated. Otherwise, it's a simple procedure. So this is the adjacency matrix for this given graph. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 nodes are there, and loops are not there. So we'll keep this completely 0, entire our operation. Okay, diagonally. See, by mistake also don't write any values here. If someone in the exam, if you do such kind of mistakes, easily anyone can notice you have not done it properly. Okay, this has to be 0. We are not talking about loops here. See, I don't want to find out how I will reach 1 to 1. Okay, that's of not like, why do you want to go from same node to same node? That distance is not required. Okay, so this will be 0. Infinity, if I can't reach 3, that will be marked as infinity. Okay, 1 to 4 I can go, 1 to 2 I can go. Okay, 2 and 4. 3 is no, there is no direct node here, so it is infinity. But once you solve this problem, you have to find out a path to 3, either from 4 or from 2. So that is the task. And from 2 to 1, it is there is a node, weight 2, and 2 to 3 also it's not reachable. And again from 3 to 1 not reachable, 3 to 4 also not reachable. From 4 you can only go to one node. Okay, that is 3. Okay, you can see only one arrow mark is there, direction, that is to 3. From 4 you can just go to 3. For other two nodes, there are no link. So once you solve this problem, these infinites will be replaced with some values. Okay, shortest distance. Shortest distance I want to find out from 4 to 1, from 4 to 2, from 3 to 1, from 3 to 4. Okay, that is our task, to find out the shortest distance between each and other vertex. See, before explaining algorithm, I will just start with the method. Observe carefully. Okay, so this matrix so this is a graph, this is the matrix. I will represent it using D naught. Okay, D naught. First, see, this graph is there. So this is the first stage, first matrix, adjacency matrix. First, what I will do is, I will just take these values. If you remember Warshall algorithm, almost similar logic will follow here. What I will do is, first I will consider vertex 1. Okay, vertex 1 as intermediate vertex. Okay, I will consider vertex 1 as intermediate vertex. Vertex 1 as intermediate vertex means I want to find out for other vertices, if they go through 1, whether any of them will reach other vertices in the shorter distance. That is, consider 2 to 4. I want to find out the shortest distance between 2 to 4, 2 to 3. What I will do is, if there is a direct edge, fine. Otherwise, what I will do is, I will check whether, or if 2 goes to 1 and then to 4, whether it will get any shortest distance, or 2 goes to 1 and then if it goes to 3, whether it will get a shortest distance. First, I will consider 1 as intermediate vertex to find out the shortest distance between these 3 vertices. Then I will consider 2 as shortest intermediate vertex. Then I will consider 3 as intermediate vertex, and then finally 4 as intermediate vertex. That is, if you take the path through 1, are you going to get any shortest distance or not? That is what we'll try to find out. Okay, first 1 as intermediate vertex. When you are taking 1 as intermediate vertex, that means that this column value and this row values, that will not change because it's immediately connected to 1. Okay, we have taken 1 as intermediate vertex. In this stage, we have taken 1 as intermediate vertex. That means this row value and column value, it will not change. So we'll not bother about first row, first column. When you take 1 as intermediate vertex, we'll not consider first row and first column values because it is connected. They are directly connected, these nodes. So we'll not bother about first row and first column values. Matrix will be something like this. See here, this is fixed. These values will not change. When you're talking about 1 as intermediate vertex, these values will not change, as well as these diagonal values will not bother about these values. Okay, they will not change. 1 means it is connected directly, so we'll not bother to change these values. We are worried about only these remaining values, that is from 2 to 3. See here, this is blank, 2 to 3 and 2 to 4 and then 3 to 2, okay, and then 3 to 4 and 4 to 2 and 4 to 3. These values I have to find out. 2 to 3. 2 to 3, how I am going to find out? I want to find out 2 to 3. I want to find out if I go through 1, whether I will get any shortest distance or not. That is what I'm trying to find out. 2 to 4. 2 to 4 also. I'm checking if I go to 1 and then to 4, whether I will get any shortest distance or not. That is what we are trying to find out. Is it clear? Now, 1 is intermediate vertex. Okay, 1 is intermediate vertex. If the help of 1, if I go, if other vertices travel, whether they will reach uh, any other vertex in the shortest distance or not. That is what we are trying to find out. So first, I need to find out, this is our input matrix, D naught. Okay, this is the input matrix. This is the output matrix. So I need to find out distance of 2 to 3. Okay, D1 of 2 to 3. That is what I want to find out first. d1 of 2 to 3, which should be equal to d1 of 2 to 3, which should be equal to either its first distance. Okay, it may be a minimum value or we don't know. Its first distance minus, okay, it will be like this. See, d1 of 2 to 3, I am trying to find out 2 to 3. Okay, 2 to 3, I am trying to find out in the d1 matrix. d1 of 2 to 3 is equal to minimum of d naught of 2 to 3. In the old matrix, some distance might be there, which I will consider. Okay, comma, minimum of, either it should be minimum or this should be minimum. Okay, either this should be minimum or new distance. See, there may be a direct edge between 2 and 3. So that value I will write here. If there is direct edge, I will write here. Here it is no, there is no direct edge. So we'll write infinite itself, minimum of infinite, comma, d naught of 2 to 1. Okay, 2 to 1, what is the value? 2. See, I'm trying to find out with the help of edge 1. I'm trying to see, I want to go to 2 to 3. So what I'm trying to find out is 2 to 1 I will go and 1 to 3. Okay, d naught of 2 to 1 plus d naught of 1 to 3. With the help of vertex 1, whether I can reach 3 or not, that is what we are checking. And whether it will be a minimum distance or not. So this is infinite. There was no edge between 2 and 3 in this matrix, so its value is infinite. D naught of 2 to 1, D naught of 2 to 1 is 2, that I will write here, plus D naught of 1 to 3. D naught of 1 to 3 is infinite. There was no edge. So 2 plus infinite is infinite itself, and minimum of infinite will get infinite itself. So from 2 to 3, if you go from vertex, if you go from vertex 1, we are not getting any edge. Okay, so we will write it as infinite itself. Next, I will try to find out 2 to 4. Okay, d1 of 2 to 4. d1 of 2 to 4 means which we will be going through 2 to 1 and 1 to 4. See, 2 to 4, we are trying to find out 2 to 4. I will first go to 2 to 1 and 1 to 4. So same calculation we have to do. d1 of 2 to 4. So d1 of 2 to 4 I need to fill. For that, minimum of d naught of 2 to 4. Already there is an edge between 2 to 4. 2 to 4, that value, minimum of 2 to 4, that I will write down as it is 4. And 2 to 1. Okay, check whether there is a vertex between 2 to 1 and 1 to 4. Okay, 2 to 1 and 1 to 4. So there is an edge. 2 to 1 is 2, 1 to 4 is 5. That is 2 plus 5, 7. Minimum of 4 and 7. Which one is minimum? Minimum is 4. So this value will be 4. Is it clear? 2 to 4. That value will, minimum among these two is 4. So we will write down 4 here. Next, I need to find out minimum distance between 3 to 2. 3 to 2. Okay, 3 to 2. 3 to 2. I need to find out the minimum distance. If I go through 1. Okay, if I go through 1, whether I will get any minimum distance or not, I need to check. d1 of 3 to 2 is equal to minimum of 3 to 2. Already there is a value here, 3 to 2. See this d naught, wherever I mention d naught, we have to see this matrix. And whatever value we get output, that we will write in d1 matrix. Is it clear? Here we are referring to d naught matrix, that is input matrix. Output is d1, we'll write the output here. Okay, so I have written two separate matrices. So d naught of 3 to 2, d naught of 3 to 2 is already 1 is there. 1 we will write down here. And I'm trying to find out the best vertex if I go through 1. So 3 to 1 and 1 to 2. 3 to 1, there is no edge here. 3 to 1. So 3 to 1 value is what? Infinite. Okay, 3 to 1 is infinite. Here, okay, 3 to 1 is infinite. 3 to 1 is infinite plus 1 to 2. 1 to 2 is 3. Infinite plus 3 is infinite itself. It's a huge value. Infinite plus 3 is infinite. Minimum of 1 comma infinite is 1. So I will write down 1 here. Is it clear? Next, d1 of 3 to 4 I need to find out. d1 of 3 to 4. d1 of 3 to 4 will be equal to minimum of d0 of 3 to 4. Okay, d1 of 3 to 4 will be equal to minimum of d0 of 3 to 4. d0 of 3 to 4 is nothing but infinite. So here I will write infinite. And then through vertex 1 I am traveling. So check 3 to 1. 3 to 1. Okay. 3 to 1. Okay. 3 to 1. That is nothing but infinite. And 1 to 4. 1 to 4 is 5. So 5 plus infinite is infinite. Minimum of infinite is here infinite. So here also you will get infinite. That is, see, infinite here means, what does that mean? 3 to 4, there is no path if I go through 1. See, you can't go to 1 itself from 3. So 3 to 4, there is no paths. That is why infinite. Next, d1 of 4 to 2. I need to find out d1 of 4 to 2, which will be equal to d0 of 4 to 2. d0 of 4 to 2 is infinite. And 4 to 1, 1 to 2. See, I need to find out 4 to 2. That means through vertex 1. So 4 to 1 I will go, and then 1 to 2. 4 to 1 is 4 to 1 is again infinite. Okay, 4 to 1 is infinite plus 1 to 2. 1 to 2 is 3. Okay, infinite plus 3 is infinite. Minimum of infinite is infinite. So here also it will remain infinite. Next, 4 to 3. d1 of 4 to 3. d1 of 4 to 3 will be equal to d0 of 4 to 3. d0 of 4 to 3 is 2. So write down 2 here, comma 4 to 3 you want to travel means go 4 to 1 and 1 to 3. Okay, 4 to 3 I need to find out with the help of vertex 1. So 4 to 1 and 1 to 3. 4 to 1 and 1 to 3 is, there are no edges, infinite, infinite. So this is infinite. Minimum of 2 and infinite is 2. Is it clear? 2. So this is the new vertex, D1 intermediate vertex. See, this is not the final result. We started with D0 and we have arrived at D1, keeping vertex 1 as intermediate vertex between these 3 vertices. Okay, I have kept vertex 1 as intermediate vertex to find out the shortest distance between other 3 vertices. While keeping 1 as intermediate vertex, we should not consider first row and first column. If 1 is intermediate vertex, first row, first column will not check, and these diagonal values. So other 4 values, other 6 values you need to find out. So this is the value we got. This is D1 matrix. In the next stage, D1 will become input matrix. Okay, in the next stage, D1 will become input matrix, and vertex 2 will be intermediate vertex. Okay, this is the D1 matrix which we got from the previous step, D1 matrix. Now this is the input matrix, but vertex 2 will be intermediate node. Okay, vertex 2 will be intermediate node. When I say vertex 2 is intermediate node, what does that mean? That means that second row and second column values will not check. Okay, a direct connection will be there. So for that reason, and node diagonal, these values, they will remain same. Okay, these values will remain same. Second row and second column values and diagonal values. Is it clear? In the D2 matrix, these things will remain same. D1 is input for the second stage, where vertex 2 is the intermediate node. Vertex 2 is the intermediate node. So D2 is the output matrix. In D2 matrix, second row and second column value will not change along with these diagonal elements. Is it clear? Say step by step, you have to do the problems like this only. Otherwise, you will not get the proper solution. Okay, matrix from D0, we got D1. From D1, keeping second vertex as intermediate vertex, okay, we are going to arrive at D2. So which are the blank spaces, distance you have to find out? This one and this one. 1 to 3 and 1 to 4. First check, let's try distance between vertex 1 and 3. To find out this distance, we are taking 2 as intermediate vertex. Okay, 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. That is how we are going to find out. In this case, 2 is intermediate vertex. So distance we are going to find out with the help of 2. 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. So D2 of 1 comma 3 is equal to D2 of 1 comma 3 is equal to minimum of D1 of 1 comma 3. D1 of 1 comma 3 is infinite. Write down infinite here. Comma D1 of 1 comma 2 plus 2 comma 3. That is, we are going through intermediate vertex 2. So 1 comma 2 is 3. Okay, write down 3. 2 comma 3. 2 comma 3 is infinite. Okay, infinite. Infinite plus infinite, minimum is infinite. So this blank will remain infinite itself. Next, 1 to 4, we need to find out D2 of 1 to 4. See, if you write down the matrix like this, then you will easily come to know which are the calculations you have to do. Next, 1 to 4, I have to calculate. D2 of 1 to 4 will be equal to previous 1 to 4 value, that is D1 of 1 to 4, which is nothing but 5, and D1 of, we are going through intermediate vertex 2, 1 to 2 and 2 to 4. 1 to 2 is nothing but 3, 1 to 2 is 3, 2 to 4 is 2 to 4 is 4. So this is 7, this is 5. Minimum of 5 and 7 is 5 itself. So this distance, it will be 5. Okay, here it will be 5. Next, we have to find out D2 of 3 comma 1. D2 of 3 comma 1 is equal to minimum of D1 of 3 comma 1. D1 of 3 comma 1 is infinite. There is no infinite. Next, intermediate vertex is 2, 3 to 2 and 2 to 1. Okay, 3 to 2 is value 1, 3 to 2 is 1, and 2 to 1. 2 to 1 is 2. So 1 plus 2, 3. Minimum among 3 and infinite is 3. So here we got the value 3. Okay, we got the shortest distance from 3 to 1. If you go through the vertex 2, the distance is 3. Next, I need to find out 3 and 4. Minimum of 3 and 4. Distance from 3 to 4. If you go through the vertex 2. Okay, 3 to 4. Minimum of D1 of 3 to 4. D1 of 3 to 4 is infinite. Write down infinite. Next, 3 to 2 and 2 to 4. Distance from 3 to 2 and 2 to 4. 3 to 2 is 1. 2 to 4 is 4. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 comma infinite. Minimum is 5. So here distance you got is 5. Okay. So you got the distance 5 here. Next, I need to find out 4 to 1. Distance from 4 to 1. Distance from 4 to 1 is equal to minimum of 4 to 1. Okay. Previous value was infinite. I will write down infinite here. And then 4 to 2 and 2 to 1. We are going through vertex 2. So 4 to 2 and 2 to 1. 4 to 2 is infinite. And 2 to 1 is 2. So 2 plus infinite and minimum of infinite is infinite itself. So this will be infinite. Next, distance of 4 to 3, we need to find out. 4 to 3, minimum of D1 of 4 to 3. D1 of 4 to 3 is 2. We'll write down 2 here. Go through the vertex 2. So 4 to 2 and 2 to 3. 4 to 2 is infinite. 2 to 3, 2 to 3 is also infinite. Infinite plus infinite, this is infinite. Minimum of 2 and infinite is 2. So this value will be 2. So output matrix is D2. Output matrix is D2. Its value will be as follows. These values we have written here. We got a new 5 here and 3 here and also 5 here. So this is end of second iteration where we kept vertex 2 as intermediate. Next, D2 will be input. Okay, D2 will be input and vertex 3 will be intermediate. When I say vertex 3 as intermediate, third row value will not change. Third column value will not change. These diagonal values will not change. Is it clear? So D2 is input matrix. Vertex 3 is intermediate. So these values will not change. D2 is input matrix. So vertex 3, column 3 values will not change. Diagonal values will not change. Vertex 3 is intermediate. So this is the output matrix. D2 is input now. D3 is output. D3 is output matrix. You have to fill these blanks. Find out the values with these blanks when 3 is intermediate node. What is the first value you have to find out? 1 to 2. Okay, D3 of 1 to 2. D3 of 1 to 2 will be equal to D3 of 1 to 2 will be equal to minimum of D2 of 1 to 2. What is the value here earlier? Before value is 3. And then 1 to 3. See, 3 is intermediate vertex. So I have to find out if you want to go from 1 to 2, I will check whether there is a shortest path between 1 to 3 and 3 to 2. 1 to 3 is infinite. 1 to 3 is infinite. 3 to 2 is 1. So this is infinite. Minimum of 3 and infinite is 3. So this is 3. Next 1 to 4. Okay, this we are trying to find out. 1 to 4. Minimum of D2 of 1 to 4. D2 of 1 to 4 is 5. We'll write 5. 1 to 3 is infinite. See, 1 to 4 means I will go to 3 and then 3 to 4. So this will become infinite. 5 and infinite is minimum 5. So this value is 5. Next, we need to find out 2 to 1. 2 to 1. D3 of 2 to 1 will be equal to minimum of D2 of 2 to 1, which is nothing but 2. 2 to 3 and 3 to 1. Okay. Which is infinite plus 3. So in minimum of infinite and 2 is 2. So this value will be 2. Next, 2 to 4. D3 of 2 to 4 you need to find out. D3 of 2 to 4 will be equal to minimum of D2 of 2 to 4, which is nothing but 4. 2 to 3 and 3 to 4. Intermediate is 3. You can observe here, intermediate will be 3. That is 2 to 3 and 3 to 4. 2 to 3 is infinite, 3 to 4 is 5. So minimum of infinite and 4 is 4. Okay, this is 4. Next, I need to find out 4 to 1. D3 of 4 to 1. D3 of 4 to 1 is minimum of D2 of 4 to 1. Minimum of D2 of 4 to 1 is infinite. Next, 4 to 3 and 3 to 1. 4 to 3 is 2. Write down 2 here. 3 to 1. 3 to 1 is 3. So 2 plus 3. 5. 5 and infinite minimum. So this is 5. Okay, next D3 of 4 to 2 we need to find out. D3 of 4 to 2. D3 of 4 to 2 is equal to minimum of D2 of 4 to 2. D2 of 4 to 2 is infinite. So infinite. 4 to 3 and 3 to 2. I need to find out 4 to 3 and 3 to 2. 4 to 3 is 2. 3 to 2 is 1. So distance is 3. Okay. So this is the output matrix. At the end of third iteration, we'll get D3 matrix. See, D0, D1, D2, D3. If you compare these four matrices, slowly these infinites are going out. Okay, here previous D2 matrix was this. There were four infinites. Now only two are remaining. That is, we have almost found out shortest path between each and every vertex. Now these two places should be filled. Okay, now D3 is input matrix, D4 will be the output matrix, and intermediate vertex will be 4. Okay, all of you mark your attendance fast. Next, 4 is the intermediate vertex, D3 will be input, 4 is intermediate vertex. Okay, D4 will be the output. In the output matrix, these values will not change. We are in the, okay, because 4 is intermediate vertex. So fourth row and fourth column value will not change. Diagonal elements will not change. So this is the D4 you need to find out. And particularly in the D4 matrix, see, I will not again compute for all these places. Okay, all these locations, I will not recompute. Only thing is here infinite is there, here infinite is there. The actual calculation is you have to do calculation for all the places, but we know that already almost everything is filled up. 1 is minimum, 2 is also minimum, 3 is minimum. So I will not perform the computation for all the places. I will just compute these two locations. That is D4 of 1 to 3 and D4 of 2 to 3. Okay, D4 of 1 to 2, simply I have done that calculation. Let's see D4 of 1 to 3. See, this is that value is there 3. So I will not find out. We will check these two locations. D4 of 1 to 3 will be equal to minimum of D3 of 1 to 3. That is infinite. Next intermediate is 4. So 1 to 4 and 4 to 3. Okay, 1 to 4 and 4 to 3. You have to go from 1 to 4 and 4 to 3. That is 1 to 4 is 5. 1 to 4 is 5. And 4 to 3 is 2. 5 plus 2 is 7. So instead of infinite, we'll get 7 here. Next, D4 of 2 to 3. I need to find out D4 of 2 to 3. Okay, D4 of 2 to 3 is equal to minimum of this infinite. Previous value is infinite. New value I have to find out through 4. 2 to 4 and 4 to 3. 2 to 4 is 4. 4 to 3 is 2. 4 plus 2. Minimum of 6 comma infinite is 6. Okay, this value will be 6. So this is the final output matrix. Okay, this is the final output matrix. Now you can see entire matrix is filled. That is, you can reach to all the nodes from each other with the minimum distance. So let's compare in the graph. Okay, so this is the graph. I'm in vertex 1. I want to find out the shortest distance to 2. 1 to 2 is 3. Okay, so that is fine. 1 to 3. I want to go to 3 from vertex 1. There is only one path. 1 to 4 and 4 to 2. That is total cost is 7. 7. Next 1 to 4. 1 to 4. Okay, there is a direct node with cost is 5. Next from 2 you check. From 2 I want to go to vertex 1. So shortest distance is 2. I want to go to vertex 3. Okay, vertex 3 from 2. We'll be going to 4 and from there to 3. That is 6. Cost is 6. See, you can go from here and here and here also to the 3, but the cost will be more. So this is the shortest distance. Next 2 to 4 is distance 4. So if you verify all the values, whatever you have got, it will be the shortest distance from each other. Okay, from one vertex to another vertex, these will be the shortest distance. Is it clear? So see, when you see this matrix, that is, we are going to start from D0, first adjacency matrix, and we'll go on operating. So algorithm will be as follows. because it's a two-dimensional matrix, two for loops will be there. A row value to operate row value and column value. Okay, operate row value and column value, we have two for loops. D of ij, that is each and every row will find out the minimum distance from one intermediate node. Okay, k value. First k value will be 1, next 2, 3 and 4. Minimum distance of 2 to 1. Okay, consider k is equal to 2, that is 2 to 1 or 2 to 4. 2 to 2 I will go, and from there to k. Is it clear? So minimum distance from I to j, row value and column value, comma, with respect to the intermediate vertex. Intermediate vertex value, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So one more for loop will be there. K is equal to 1. This k value represent intermediate vertex value. I and j value will represent the matrix dimensions, output matrix values. Okay, k is intermediate vertex value. This is the output. From D0, it will be D1. Okay, D1, this is D0. So this is the algorithm. Algorithm is nothing but our steps, whatever we have done. Since 3 for loops are there, its complexity will be n cube. Okay, if 2 for loops means n square, each for loop will run n times, means its complexity will be n cube. Is it clear? See, all of you go through the video once again and solve the problem. I will immediately upload the videos. Subscribe to that channel and keep watching. You immediately watch this video again. If you want, one more example is there. I couldn't discuss it now. So this will be there in the PPT also. It's better you people watch the video one more time. Step by step, I have solved it. You also sit and solve this one. You will understand it. Okay. So I will end here. Next class, we shall continue with the next algorithm.